Okay, so I'm working with a colony of bumblebees here. We have the red light on because they can't really see red light very well, and they tend to get very quiet and still, and they don't fly around. So one thing we have to do with these bee colonies is clean out wet litter to help keep things dry in there, because if it gets too moist, you're gonna get like mold and pest problems, so we gotta keep it real clean. So there's about, I would guess, 150 to 200 individuals in here. So you can see this is actually a pretty big cooperative care challenge. You can't train each bee individually. So what I've been doing today is I've let their little scoop, I've let that sit in there all day to help habituate them to it. They will explore new objects. And I've also been hand feeding them pollen with a spatula to try to hopefully build up some better contingencies than what we normally have with me looking over the colony. And then of course they're used to my voice and some moderate bumping. So this has worked pretty well. I'm gonna see if I can get a few scoops, but you'll see probably if I make mistakes that how easy it is to kind of set everybody off, but we'll try to be really careful. So you can see they're increasing their movement, so they know I'm here. And if you breathe a bunch of CO2, they don't really like that either, so you shouldn't exhale on them. So I'm gonna do some really gentle scoops. If I can keep them there on the colony, that'll make me really happy. This is showing me that the habituation is at least working a little bit, because normally I have a couple guard bees come check out what the heck I'm doing with the scoop. And we're not really seeing that. We have maybe one bee that's checking it out. So since I did so many things, it's hard to know if habituating them to the scoop or habituating them to bumps or hand feeding them or whatever is actually helping. But it does show that even just a day of work goes a long way with lab bees. So you can see they're moving around a little more. They definitely know I'm here. I can hear a little buzzing. We have a few more bees exploring what I'm doing. So I might give them a break here pretty soon. That was a bumpier scoop, so now we definitely have some buzzing. So I'm gonna give them a break and just gently slide this. So the biggest problem, just to show you behavior folks what the issue is if you slide this and it bumps. Well, of course they're not doing it. Yay, I'm a good trainer. There, a small knock will get you a lot more buzzing with the lids. So habituating them to this seems to actually be pretty hard, but I'll keep working on it. It's much safer for us if they're not really angry, and it's much safer for them too, because if you're closing the lid quickly and that kind of thing, you can catch a bee. So that's where we're at for my little bee training video diary.